life. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another fantastic week of 9Moons Rocket League. I hope you have all been well. I have definitely been very well. I am joined once again by my friend Goose. Goose, we're more than halfway into the season. How are you today, dude?
I'm doing great. Ready for another week of some beautiful Rocket League. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome doubleheader because we've had some rescheduling issues. However, we are going to have an awesome team play back-to-back tonight. We have the Thunder Quacks going to have their stream debut for the 9Moons Gaming channel live on this very platform, Goose. Thunder Quacks, what's your thoughts?
I mean, Quack, that's my boy. It's been my A1 since day one. I love the way he plays. Snarf, phenomenal player. Odie, he's taking a break, but I'm excited to see what he's all about. You know, we got the man with a plan stepping in this season. So I'm excited to see what they can do. We've seen Heavy Heads before on stream with Air, Deadman, and Iron Boss, and they're a phenomenal team. So it should be a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head, man. I mean, Odie, a little bit of rust shaken off, but hey, we're more than halfway done the season so far. So, a lot of rust has come off from the veteran of 9Moons. So, excited to see him back on the pitch. I was able to, warm him up a little bit along with Snarf earlier today. Got to get some really good games in. So, they're looking hot. They're looking heavy. Coming into the heavy heads, I mean, we've seen some success from their side of things, and we've seen very minute, crucial mistakes come out in times of drastic need. So, very, very coin flippy team, if you will. I mean, like I said, Air, he did a phenomenal job last week. I mean, you and I both got to witness the greatness that Air as a team captain was. I mean, he really stepped it up to rally his teammates, and a lot of that motivation, definitely inspired Deadman and Iron Boss to pick up the pace during the latter part of their series last week. But I'm really excited to see how these two teams will collide tonight on the pitch.
Absolutely. Air, like you said, they got down quick. He rallied his team back together. Deadman played an excellent second man, did exactly what he needed to do. Iron Boss was just a brick wall. And Quack's fast. Snarf, he's a demo king. So this is going to be interesting to see if there's an early lead and to see how plans are adjusted accordingly.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's going to be their stream debut for the Thunder Quacks, so a lot of big talk heading up onto the stream game. A lot of solid clips in the Clips channel. Of them, really trying to pick them up and try to motivate each other as a team. So, again, us alongside all of the 9Moons fans out there watching will be able to see the Thunder Quacks debut up against the Heavy Heads very shortly. We're just getting everybody into the lobby, and we will go underway. But, again, we hate this time, but predictions, what are we feeling?
Oh, man. Heavy Heads, we've seen them play. Thunderquacks, we have not, but I've seen all of those players play. I'm going to take Thunderquacks 3-1.
Thunderquacks 3-1, all right. That's a pretty bold prediction, especially considering we saw how well the Heavy Heads played last week. Very, very solid competitors as a whole. You know, again, that just potential of team captain Air to just lead his team to victory is just phenomenal. Very, very high skill ceiling for sure. But
What
you
what
know,
what, what you got, big fella?
I can't not root against the 9Moons founders. I mean, it's kind of a rigged team, you know.
It is.
As much as I want to say these things, you know, I think you know I'd get fired if I predicted anything other than 3-2 in favor of the Thunderquacks for this first match of the series.
All righty. So we're on the same page, a little bit different layout, but we'll see if the results the same.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just super excited to see the chemistry between Snarf and Odie heading into the competitive series so far. And Goose, it is our first series of the night. We got the Thunderquacks versus Heavyheads.
Here we go. Starting off quick.
Quick as always. I mean, Snarf has always adapted to his team, his playstyle, considering Quack is always very, very fast. Odie is very methodical, tries his best to find the optimal placement in his positioning and, you know, ball touches or lack thereof. Um, but, you know, a zero boost, you can't do too much, so you got to give credit to the man. Dead man walking, going to start the offensive drive for the Heavyheads. Lots of corner action. I think that's really where the Heavyheads find their opportunities is through the offensive corners there. So it'll be up to Thunderquacks to really feel out how to approach that corner situation.
For sure. They like to throw it in the corner and hope for double commits from the other team. They'll throw one man in there and just try to disrupt the play, let a heavy double commit, and then they'll pass it right out, hoping for an open net.
Yep, just got to be clean with those clears. Make sure that that ball gets out of their half when applicable. Really great pass play from Iron to team captain Air, broken up by Odie. And again, Odie going for his second touch down the field. Quack off the backboard, applying the Atlas method. Snarf with a rare miss. Really great opportunity, though. Odie's going to bump Air out of the way. Odie again trying to get that sneaky redirect. As Iron and Odie meet in the air. Team captain Quack gonna dish it off to Snarf. That ball goes soaring into the other corner of Heavyheads.
I'm excited to watch Odie play. Seeing the founder at work. This is my first time catching a game where he's got some full competition and he's, you know, got something on the line. So I'm excited to see what happens.
I mean, aside from the offseason, I think Odie's definitely shaken the rust off for sure. I mean, you know, found relatively high success with this team. You know, first demo coming out of the game as well. Going to be team captain Quack leading the charge. But again, haven't found too many opportunities besides just the quick 1-2s. Whether it be Quacked to Snarf or Iron to Air.
Waiting for that first goal. That's when the momentum starts to shift, and you see play styles change even after the first goal on both sides.
Yep. Looking like the prediction is heavy towards Heavyheads. Although right now the possession so far in this game one has been dominant by Thunderquacks. Snarf being a heavy contender and just keeping that ball downfield. Quack, though, doesn't have any boost, but does get a fantastic clear. Buys his teammates some time, grab the corners, and keep pushing up.
It's been a ping pong back and forth, just trying to wait for something to get set up. You know, it's game one. You're feeling out your opponent, seeing where they're at, seeing where their strengths and their weaknesses are, and kind of trying to adapt to it.
Yeah, it's starting out to be a little bit more aggressive here. Shot just wide from Odie. See if he can defend now on a 1v3. Grabbing the corner boost, so he should be able to contest. That ball goes flying in air. Having to stop the bleeding right now as we approach 1 minute left. But Iron getting a really key demo.
Just
Out
off.
before Odie can get the ball out. Quack up, does beat Iron. Ball's a little awkward for his team. Odie unable to capitalize. Dead man walking. 1 minute remaining. Ball gets centered. Odie Nice flick. We're starting to see a little bit more demos coming out of both sides here as Quack gonna get a nice tap. Odie is already up. Quack's gonna take it from him.
You know, those power plays are really important if you can make them count. So getting any demo, regardless of where the man's at, you know, gives you that much more of an advantage.
Yeah, they're starting to come out a little bit more aggressive, a little favoring heavy heads there in the demo power plays. 20 seconds left, though. We are still scoreless in this Game 1 first series. Odie to Snarf gets a nice 1-2. Aggressive corner boost steal. Deadman walking with a nice pass to air. 10 seconds left, just high. Snarf unable to capitalize on it. Odie gets a nice hit to the side. Bails out his team a little bit. Quack gonna go up in the air, and we are going to go into overtime for our game number 1.
First overtime of the night coming out quick. Both teams, not very many mistakes from either side. They're just feeling each other out at this point.
Air trying to go for a pinch with iron. Gets bumped off the ball. Deadman walking. Up in the air, hits it down. Back up to Deadman, but he can't get it. Odie gets a nice shot, but Air reads the angle. Gets a nice save as well. You know, both teams, I think, are definitely defensive favored in this series so far. Lots of saves, not too many crazy offensive plays, though, as Odie passing one, but not two. Snarf to Odie. Odie to the wall. Air going to use that to his advantage. Going for a double tap. Nice save by Odie.
Save.
Great read on the back wall. Odie again. Just going to keep the chains moving forward. Snarf going to lead the charge. Ball bounces into the middle. Odie just high. Air being the only one. They may have committed too many Iron Boss to the corner. Deadman. A little awkward there, but Snarf going to continue the barrage of shots out of Thunderquack's side right now. Just over a minute of overtime. Deadman walking. Nice 50 with Snarf. It's a nice demo starting the power play. Ball's going to bounce out a little bit, but Air going to slow play the ball a little bit too slow. Odie going to get a nice chip as well. Air gets a nice touch, but is it as necessary? He barely gets that. Ball again in the center. Air low boost. Doesn't want his axles broken. Odie once again. He's going to try to buy his team some time. Get themselves in the rotation as Air once again gets demoed for his efforts. Beautiful redirect off the backboard. Deadman walking first to hit it. Going to try to clear that ball downfield.
This is a very defensive-minded game so far.
Oh, just wide. Quack unable to capitalize. Oh, the opportunity was there. No one was home, but they did not knock on the door of heavy heads. Offensive drive still in progress for the heavy heads. Off the wall we go. Quack gonna get a nice clear downfield. Nice low ball from Quack. Odie off the backboard. Snarf. Once more. Odie to Snarf! The duel we dreamed of! 2 minutes and 49 seconds into overtime. The founding fathers of 9Moons get it done.
Such good awareness by Odie to stay right there, to just tap it in front of the net and not give the heavy heads a chance to clear it out and take it into the corner and get a possession of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, really patient play. That's really what we love seeing out of the Thunderquacks, right? There was no urgent need to push a situation. If they needed to rotate back, they would rotate back. They didn't push, you know, beyond what they thought their limits were. So it was a really great defensive play. Odie was just in the right place at the right time, able to just hit it off the back of his car in reverse, and Snarf to finish that, put it away. Really great 1-2 combo by the Founders.
What a great first game to start off with. You know, it wasn't too heavy to one side. We got to see what both teams were kind of made of and kind of figure out their game plan. And, you know, well, starting off quick comes Quack.
Yeah, Quack with the quick one. Say that 3 times. It's a nice shot Great read. Air unable to block the whole net, really. It was any angle could have been a goal there, so Air just had to guess. Unfortunately, it was the wrong one, but, you know, powerful showing out of the first couple seconds for the Thunderquacks. But, again, Twitch chat as well has a ton of faith in the Heavy Heads, so I'm sure that they are able to bounce back as soon as possible. Crazy pinch out of Snarf, actually.
And still plenty of time.
Odie with the flip reset, nothing doing, though. Ball gets cleared out. Snarf going to continue the pressure. Dead man walking with a nice touch. Gets it past Odie. Quacked. Lone defender. Snarf with the rotate back. Good back pass. Odie is going to get a touch on it, though. Snarf going to run past Iron for that ball. Dead man walking. Possible solo play. He's going to go for the 50. Gets a nice 50 on a Quack. Snarf. Very unfortunate backwards touch. Almost shot it right into Dead man. Iron up, but can't make it. Dead man walking. Forced to retreat. Low boost. Air picking up pennies at this point. Ball goes just wide as Snarf continues to pepper the back of the net. Ball goes just wide. Snarf able to pick up where he left off. Odie trying to make space. Iron to intercept. Iron down to Dead man. Oh, that could have been amazing. Such a close 1-2 combo. Whacked out a boost now, just trying to pass it down to Snarf. But it's game 2, Goose. You're trying to think of a plan to get your team to rally back. What does Heavy Heads have to do in this scenario up against the defensive bulwark that is the Thunderquacks?
I think they just need to get more shots on net. You know, we saw game 1 where both teams were playing a very defensive-minded game. They'd push 1, keep 2, you know, kind of back, kind of mid, just to watch out for the big play. But I think, you know, if you can get shots on net, then you disrupt their defense and their rotation long enough, there's bound to be a gap on either side.
Well, Goose, Air thanks you for the commentator's blessing. This game is now tied up 1-1. First goal is always hardest, as we always say at 9Moons. First goal is always hardest, so both teams are now at ease. 1 apiece, just under 3 minutes remaining. Both teams now at a more equal stance, feeling a little bit better now that each team has scored 1 on the board. Snarf, you did not have to do me like that.
I was about to make a comment of, you know what? It's a 3-minute game. No. Tied up, and then Snarf comes and ruins my comment.
Come on, man. Not the commentator's curse. Well, Snarf proving me wrong. Great shot on net by the Thunderquacks. Quack up for a solo play. Let's see what he can do here. Goes for a 50 with Iron. Putting the casters to shame in the booth.
You know, that's our job. Yeah. We just talk, and whatever happens, happens.
Whatever happens, happens, man. Great snipe on the net by Quack. Just putting a little bit of pressure. Putting him in check. Snarf, great save off the backboard, actually. Really good movement. Dead man walking. Shadow defense. Quack doesn't really have an angle. Dead man knows, so isn't going to take too much of a risk in terms of defense. Air's up. Gonna get a touch back to the corner once more. Quack on the retreat. Dead man walking. Great dunk. Just wide, though. This game reaches just under 2 minutes. Air forced to get a key save there. And again, we find the ball back into the corner.
Just where they want it, where they like to play that ball. Is throw it in the corner, hope you get the other team, double commit so you can get a good possession and run on the ball.
Although it's Thunderquacks with the double commit here. Odie having to 1v3, gets demoed for his efforts. Dead man with a great 50 as well, but Iron unfortunately not in the right place. Wasn't predicting that type of angle, but Iron to Air, great pass. Quacked out a boost, it goes right underneath him. Iron with a low blow.
You know, that's hard. It's hard as a defender when he's got a straight shot to decide whether he's going to go high or low, and Quack chose wrong at that moment.
Really good decision making out of Iron. Quack knew he had to defend practically the whole goal there, so really just tried to get up into his face. Try to block the shot from the front, but unfortunately the ball was just a little too low. So 2-2. Again, we're at a little bit of a somewhat of a calm pace. Both teams feeling confident they can hit it in the back of the net whenever they feel like it. So Quack up. Denied by Air. Great save by the team captain as the counter pressure starts for Thunderquacks. Have to be on the defense. Although Iron and Deadman, they did not push up. Snarf gets a freebie with 30 seconds left.
And that's the hard part. You know, Iron had that great demo to set up a power play, and then both players were back. Didn't really give much of a chance for Air to make any kind of play with his team.
Snarf doing a great job right now. This game so far very, very solid for his team, both defensively and offensively. Air just popping it up, trying to buy his teammates some time. Odie gunning for the upper 90s. I don't even know how Air saved that.
What a snipe.
Beautiful opportunity. Going to be a bullet shot at Odie, but unfortunately Odie can't make it. Denied again by the heavy heads, but not before Snarf can put another one. Another one.
And Snarf just going at it tonight. This man is just everywhere he needs to be. Like you said, offensive and defensive sides of the ball. He's just there.
He is nothing but a banging orangutan, dude. Banging, banging, orangutanging. All game. Hat trick for Snarf, game number 2. The MVP, well-deserved of the game.
Absolutely. Carrying his team. It was a lot of back and forth. And then Snarf came in and said, I'm gonna take this one on my shoulders, guys. Don't you worry. And he got his team to victory in the end.
Hey, man, you do not have to be team captain to be MVP of your team. Snarf definitely proving that as, you know, rigging the bracket a little bit, rigging the series as, you know, 9Moons founder. But here we are. Game number 3 on the verge of a sweep.
Can we see it? Hey, we almost thought, you know, reverse sweeps are possible. Anything can happen. You know, maybe heavy heads, you know, talked in that little short time between games. Said, hey, here's what we need to do. Okay, well. And that's what we do.
Absolute
we just score.
Gamer. Absolute gamer. Iron has been setting up Air this whole series. I love it. Every single offensive opportunity they got. Iron always looking out for Air. Air being the finisher that his team needs. Really, really solid so far. I mean, definitely Air is on the losing side of the series, but that is not stopping him from his GOAT status of his team.
Absolutely. He's going to step up when it needs to be and come through for his team. Like you said, Iron has been throwing the ball at Air all series long, hoping something falls, and it did right there for them, and they took the 1-0 lead.
Yep, I believe it is the first time heavy heads have been in the lead this series. So very important milestone for their team. As Quack, though, is going to lead the charge. Look to equalize here. Just over 4 minutes to go. Very slow-paced compared to these other games.
You know, having that 1-0 lead is good for the mental, especially when you're down 2-0 in the series.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
And there it is again.
I was about to say, that fake off Deadman walking was really, really good. Really nice flick into another fake. Had a really nice play. Just went bar down, but out. And his teammates were able to recoup and finish it for him. So, 2-0 now for the heavy heads. Almost commentator's curse myself. 2-0. And they're looking good so far in this game 3. They do not want to get shut out of the series.
They do not. They're coming back with a vengeance, playing a little quicker, using those passing plays to their advantage. You know, solo plays are nice, but if you can fake out your opponent with a passing play, if you can beat 1 or 2 guys, then you have a 2v1 or a 3v1. That definitely helps.
Oh, beautiful shot by Iron. Great solo play to extend the lead to 3. Fantastic ball handling skills, man.
Iron did not need a team play right there. He put it on his shoulders and said, Goose, I can do this. We don't need to pass it. Watch me.
Really solid play out of Iron. Very, very great play by him. definitely what their team needed. Needed a little bit of motivation, inspiration to come back from this 0-2 in the series. But it looks like they're feeling good, Goose. It looks like they're feeling good.
They are. They've definitely sped up their gameplay. Games 1 and 2, we saw a lot of ping pong, a lot of back and forth, not a whole lot of plays set up. You know, we're still seeing that, but the Heavy Heads have slowed it down while staying quick and setting up plays with their teammates, and just beautiful, beautiful plays all around.
From downtown, back into the corner we go. Heavy Heads definitely favoring. 3-0 just over halftime. But as part of my motivation, as I always tell my teammates, especially if you're down a high number of goals, like 3, listen, they scored 3 goals in like 2 minutes. We can do the same. Let's recoup. Let's get the momentum back in our favor, and let's do this.
Yep, and that's a great philosophy to live by. You know, you try to avoid that tilt. It's a little tilting going down by 3 in 2 minutes. It is. But if you can just keep your head straight and say, hey, they scored 3, we can score 4, you know, it's possible.
Well, Air being the one to score 4. Great goal by the team captain there to find the back of the net. Hat trick for Air. So game 2, it was in favor of Snarf. Now in favor of Air.
Great showing by Air to take his team and build their confidence, get that momentum going that they can carry into game 4, and be able to tell his team, we're not out of this just yet.
Yeah, again, just like last week, right? I believe it was a reverse sweep, if I'm remembering correctly.
I believe so.
They were able to come back and complete the reverse sweep. So, you know, they're already familiar to playing down and recovering. You know, so this game will just, you know, further their momentum if they're able to keep going. But what you really have to look out for is, you know, maybe on the other side, Thunderquacks are like, all right, you know, we can afford to lose 1 game. You know, it's not the end of the world, right? We'll just recoup back in game 4 and crush it. So you, as Heavy Heads, have to make sure that this game makes them feel incredibly bad, so that way they don't necessarily mentally, like, you know, reset. Like, you know, you want your opponents to feel bad, even though they have a huge lead.
Absolutely. If you're Heavy Heads, you do not want the Thunderquacks to score a single goal, go into game 4 and say, what happened to us? But on the flip side, you're right. Thunderquacks can say, you know, it's 1 game. We won the first 2. We can afford 1 loss. Let's go into game 4, clear conscience, clear head, and just finish what we came here to do.
And with 30 seconds left, I think that's really all the options that Thunderquacks have, is that mental reset. But I don't know, the mental games might be getting to him. Air's absolutely. Yeah, really unfortunate play from Snarf. Just, you know, ramped himself and unable to get that ball. Just gives Air a 4th free goal for the team captain. So, you know, if you're fans of Heavy Heads out there, man, you got to be feeling good after this game 3. Snarf trying to get 1 cheeky goal, but, you know, unfortunately, time is against the Thunderquacks right now. 10 seconds left. Heavy Heads up 5-0. Quack taking out his frustration on Dead Man Walking. And Iron as well. Trying to boost the stats for the demos, but Heavy Heads will not be swept today. They will take game number 3. 1-2 so far in the best of 5 series. Goose, what are your thoughts?
Fantastic showing by Air. You know, like you said last week, they were playing down. He rallied his team, got them that first win, and they were able to do the reverse sweep. Thunderquacks need to settle down. Don't let that game get to their heads, and play the game that they played in the first 2 games. Now, on the flip side, Heavy Heads need to carry that momentum and run with it.
Well, that is how the script will unfold, ladies and gentlemen. Will the reverse sweep happen? Will the momentum carry in favor of the Heavy Heads into another reverse sweep back-to-back weeks? Or can Thunderquacks rally back and secure their 3-1 series win in their doubleheader tonight?
You know, I think it was more of the Heavy Heads who changed up their gameplay in game 3 and it's up to Thunderquacks to adjust to that. The Heavyheads need to keep doing what they did in the last game. Thunderquacks need to figure out how to capitalize on any mistake that was made.
Odie up in the air, back to Quack. Nice little 1-2 touch. Nobody's there quite yet. Deadman Walking gonna beat out the demo. Great passing play. Can Deadman Walking get it just high? Oh, just high again. But that's why you have 3 people on your team. If 1 fails, if 2 fails, you always got 3.
Deadman almost clipped on him. Iron Man sitting back waiting. You know, he was waiting for his teammates to get into a position where they could rotate out, and he came in and closed the deal.
Well, with that 1-0 lead, the momentum is still in favor of the Heavyheads. It is safe to say, Goose, I believe Thunderquack's timbers have been shivered.
They have been shivered. Absolutely.
Offensive drives not looking as pretty as the first couple of games here for the Thunderquacks. Gotta wonder if they can handle this war of attrition right now, let alone a double header here on stream.
Heavyheads have come out aggressive in Game 4, playing super offensive, not really giving Thunderquacks a whole lot of time to get anything set up on their offensive side. Well, I spoke it into existence there, big fella.
He's gonna make me choke. I was sipping on my water. Snarf with a great beat. Really, really good aggressive play there. Frame perfect. Winds up getting it low and far post.
Very good. He made his car big to where any kind of 50 was going to go in his favor. Right into the net.
And listen, Goose, we've already labeled Snarf as the MVP for the Thunderquacks, man. If it's anybody who can do it for the team, it is Snarf.
Without a doubt, he is going to be the one to throw the team on his shoulders, especially in this momentous game, to where you could tie the series 2-2 after this if you lose it. So Snarf, being the MVP, I think he needs to take his team and rally.
You got to be careful, though, because the only game that wasn't close was that Game 3 blowout. So they have to be careful. But Snarf,
and there he is again.
Snarf is angry. He is out to play. You do not mess with angry Snarf as he snipes the back of the net. Air knows he can't do anything about it. 2-1 lead now, and now the momentum is shifted in favor of the Thunderquacks.
This is a man on a mission to close this series out quick, and he's well on his way.
Quack with a great 50. Snarf playing off his muscle memory, man. In the flow state. Deadman Walker with a big body on defense, though. Air to Iron. Iron unable to get it. Very little boost remaining by Deadman Walking. We're going to pick up a mid boost here. Slight double commit on defense, but it doesn't matter. Nice 50 going coast to coast. Snarf and Air up for it. Looks like Snarf's going to get the better of that trade. Deadman Walking, unable to get it. Leaves Iron the sole defender, but it doesn't matter. Iron with a great shot. Just wide, but Air to finish. This game is not over yet, says Air. Beautiful passing play from Iron again to Air, the dream 1-2 combo.
Caught Snarf in a very awkward position. He had one angle he could have hit it, and it just went over his head to set up that goal. Tie it up, 2-2. This is what we like to see in a deciding game.
Odie. Nice clear off the back wall. Pressuring Air. Iron's in the back. Ball is centered. Odie getting a nice touch off the wall.
Great touch.
Snarf back to Odie. The Founding Fathers combo. Passing Quack. Odie, the last defender, has to get a nice touch to buy his teammates some time. Quack out center. Snarf was not back in time, and Air gonna capitalize on these rotation mistakes there.
Air sitting patiently, waiting for it, and there we are again in the corner. Those double commits, that's what Heavyheads like to see. They like to throw it in the corner, especially on their offensive side, and hope for those double commits to put one man in the goal that they have to beat.
Heavyheads looking to go to a game 5. Thunderquacks don't want it. Upper 90, but it bounces out. Oh, incredible shot. The 4th man is coming out for the heavy heads, and that is the net. I don't think Iron has this, but neither does Air. Quack just has a slight touch, but it's just wide. Snarf, though, off the ceiling. Can it go in? No, Iron can save it, and it goes wide, but Odie with the most calculated double tap of 9Moons history.
What? What a placement by Odie to be there when he needed to be.
Somebody buy this man a lottery ticket right now, bro. We are tied with 44 seconds remaining.
Simply amazing.
Oh, almost gets a quick kickoff goal as well. Wanted to ride that momentum straight into finishing the series. Quack, unable to get a touch. Odie, last man back. Air just going to ditch it to the corner. Odie going to stop the bleeding, but not before Dead Man Walking can continue this pressure. Snarf trying to beat out Iron. Quack, though, opportunity for a solo play. Dead Man Walking going to get an awkward touch. Air is in the net. 10 seconds left. Great touch by Deadman. 5 seconds left. Shot is on net. I don't want to spell overtime quite yet because anything could happen, but we shall see. Deadman walking. Teeing it off for Air. Snarf trying to kill it. Air's going to keep it in the, well, air. That ball's finally going to touch the ground. Our second overtime of the series. Will it be Thunderquacks taking the series, or will we be going to a crazy Game 5 in this first series tonight?
This would be huge for Thunderquacks to carry the momentum in their doubleheader. They don't want to lose the first one and have that on the back of their minds when they go into their second series.
Air. Starting to look a little scary for the Thunderquacks here. Ball slowly moving forward, but Iron does not care. Slow ball touch out of Snarf. Quack. Gonna get beat out by Deadman. Snarf misses the aerial touch, but Odie bails him out. To the middle we go. Quack and Odie gonna butt heads. A little bit of miscommunication there. Very, very tight-knit. Both teams do not want to make any mistakes. Air is up. Ball goes off the backboard. Quack is the first person to get a touch after it. Odie now gets a pitch with Quack. Is this how it ends? It's how it ends. With just over a minute, Odie sees Quack, then Quack sees Odie. Beautiful pitch to finish this series off.
What an absolute monster of a pinch. Unfortunate for the Heavyheads. They played so good, but it came down to one play that is just so hard to defend.
Dude, what a series, man. Holy smokes. That was just something else, dude. I think there were just so many fantastic solo plays, so many team plays as well. I mean, you want to talk about Iron Boss, you want to talk about Air on the side of Heavyheads. You know, both players did tremendous in the series, but my goodness, what a debut for the Thunderquacks.
They came out quick. They dropped the one game, and then they said, this one's ours. Beautiful way to finish. Beautiful series by both teams. Air and Deadman. Iron came out. Beautiful passes to Air, setting up everything he could. But unfortunately for them, Thunderquacks took it. You know, on the flip side, Thunderquacks, like I said, can carry this momentum into their next series in the doubleheader.
Dude, I mean, that was just incredible gameplay. I mean, you definitely want to take that momentum if you're Thunderquacks. Take it into your next series versus Team Shock. I mean, I just cannot wait for that that series to play out. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a special treat for you all. A famous player by the name of N4K has concocted a very fantastic video for us where we have the top 5 plays of the week for week 1. We're going to plug our socials so you guys can follow it on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and whatnot. But we are going to be releasing the video on YouTube very shortly after this. But we love you so much on Twitch, we figured we'd give you a little sneak peek first. So without further ado, top 5 plays of week 1. that was fantastic. Really good plays. I mean, honestly,
Yes.
I thought it was going to be mainly an N4K montage after I heard N4K made. Well, I mean, those are really some good plays. I'm always surprised about Gam. Gam has come such a long way, dude. Like he's a season 1 veteran like me on the season 1 Play on GG champions. He was on my team, but I was so stoked, dude, to see how far he's improved. And I always look forward to seeing his clips in the clips channel. But ladies and gentlemen, I know we can do better as a league, and I know we have some crazy clips as well. So if you'd like to be a part of the next week's top 5 plays of the week, make sure you hit up End on Discord, and we'll be able to see some of the greatest plays of the league, to be honest, because unfortunately we can't cover all of the matches, but we do try our best. So if you get a nasty clip, make sure to hit up End, or throw it in the Discord's hashtag clips channel, and make sure to submit it so you can be in our videos for the next weeks. But Goose, we have a doubleheader.
We do.
Thunderquacks are not done yet, my friend.
They're ready to rock and roll, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, dude. I mean, to be honest, Team Shock, I think we've only gotten a little bit of a taste from Team Shock. I believe we only saw them week 1, so I'm excited to see how they're able to operate under Stream once more. Really get to see how they progress. So, again, week 1 is always about getting used to your teammates and really trying to find that synergy. But we're past the halfway point, and I'm definitely looking forward to see how synergized this Team Shock really is.
They've good showing week 1. 3 players who I don't know if they've ever played together, but we've had 2 weeks. They've had games in between. They had their last series. Maybe that chemistry is flowing. Sky, a phenomenal player. Track, we all know Track. He's just absolutely so fast. Purple's the new guy. So week 1, a little bit of the jitters maybe. To see him with a little bit of experience, I'm excited to see how he comes out tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, we haven't seen too much of Purple Hill. Sky and Tractonics we've seen a lot of, and was even featured on the top 5 clips of the week, right? So, Tractonics is definitely that type of playmaking, player, really, on the Rocket League pitch. So, these guys are very solid individually, and I'm sure they're more than solid as a team. We've seen multiple times how well teams can perform, as well as how effective solo plays are on the pitch. So it's really up to Team Shock to figure out what strat is best for them up against the Thunderquacks.
It is. Shock has a lot of very mechanical players who can set up those solo plays, and it's up to Thunderquacks to decide if it is a solo play or if they're going to pass it. You can't, against this team, against Team Shock, you can't commit to the pass. You have players who are going to be able to take it up the wall and carry it in and get a flip reset right into the net. So you have to respect it.
Yeah, I mean, respect is the name of the game, right? It's part of the code of conduct for 9Moons. Respect your players, but, also respect the ball and respect the skill of your opponents. I mean, that's really kind of, mental games are really half the battle in Rocket League. The rest is just muscle memory, right? Well, Tractonics sporting the fantastic gold here for his Team Shock. Purple Hill getting it past 1 and 2. Odie gonna break it up though. Thunderquacks on the retreat. Sky. It's a couple touches on the backboard. Snarf gonna bail him out. Quack popping it up in the air. Purple Hill no more boost.
It is a big adjustment for Thunderquacks at this series. You have a team who plays a lot more offensive-minded than a team that just got done playing, so it's going to be an adjustment for them.
Big dunk out of Tractonics, but even bigger from Quack. Are they able to get back fast enough? Sky barely gets him out. Purple Hill gonna try to start a power play on the counterattack. Tractonics, nice shot on net. And I'm really rocking that gold Cadillac, man.
I love it. Oh.
I forget what the name of that car is, man, but that car is just moi.
Yeah,
so good.
Full gold, everything. It's a mental game.
Yeah, man. If you're coming out, that's why all the football players come out in suits. You know what I mean? It's a mental game.
Flossing on your opponents. They're
This
not better
dude,
than you.
yeah, dude. This dude can afford some Rocket League credits. That's for sure, dude. Well, Quack, unable to get it. Odie forced to triple commit to keep that ball on the offense, though. Snarf racing back, but Purple Hill has more boost. It's a nice 50 back in the corner. Quack again, going to bail out his teammate. Not before Tractonics gets a nice shot on net.
The speed on that shot. Very hard to defend coming out of the corner. Odie just got out of a little tussle with Purple Hill. Hard to recover and hard to see where that shot's going to go. We had the entire net to shoot at.
Yeah, well, Tractonics just playing patient. That's what we were talking about in our previous series. It's all about being able to play patient and be able to wait for the right moment. Quack gets a nice shot on net, just high. Snarf as well. Little high out of the corner. Quack now forced to be the solo defender. Purple Hill trying for a nice pass. Tractonics still waiting on that corner boost. When will it spawn? Oh, just high again. Barred down and just out. As Purple Hill to get that clearer. Odie again, stuck in an awkward spot in the corner. Odie trying to push up. But this tight-knit rotation coming out of Team Shock is just what they need to counter the Thunderquack's play right now.
It is, but it can also spell danger if you're too tight and they get a big clear. It's hard to get back with a powerful shot.
Odie with the delayed flick. Unable to capitalize. Quack gonna pop it straight up in the air. Can anybody bail him out? Yes, he can. Snarf putting on the backpack once more in this second series. Sky to settle. Purple Hill going for a little aggressive play there. Gets the dunk. Snarf can't do anything about Sky. As Sky gonna put one into the back of the net as well.
Great presence by Sky to stay in that play. He was about to turn out, but he saw where that ball was coming. Stopped and turned his body real quick for the quick little snipe.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, predictions are still up for the series, so if you'd like, make sure to use those channel points to predict who you think will win this series. Will it be the Thunderquacks for the second series in a row, or will Team Shock take it from them?
The aggression by Team Shock seems to be catching Thunderquacks off guard. It's game one. Plenty of time to figure out your opponent's game plan and work around it.
Yeah, it's a little hard, though. I feel like they're not really giving, or Thunderquacks aren't really giving Snarf the help that he needs in different scenarios. I think, definitely you want to try to support your spotlight player as best you can, but I feel like this game, Shock is doing a tremendous job at just shutting Snarf out of the plays.
The bumps and demos from Team Shock are definitely helping set up those power plays.
It sets up the goals, too. 3-0 now. Just under a minute to go. Team Shock looking fantastic right out of the gate here. But you're right, Goose. It is game one. You don't have to worry too much about this game. You can perform that mental reset like they did in the game 4. Got some crazy mechanical plays out of that. Snarf getting dunked by Tractonics, though. That's got to be a big blow to your momentum, though. Just getting denied every time you try to clear the ball. Tractonics again. Quack going to be the dunker now. Purple Hill with a solo play of his own. Possibly going for a bump play there. As Odie. Not enough boost to capitalize on it. Odie, though. He's going to try to make up for it. Purple Hill up. Will not get it. Odie again just trying to cross coast to coast, getting this ball out of their half. But Team Shock is not letting up anytime soon. As that ball keeps going towards the Thunderquacks net, and they are not having it.
Even Purple Hill getting up right there, as Thunderquacks, you don't know if he has the angle or not. That's that aggression we're seeing out of these guys that Thunderquacks going to have to figure out a way to adjust for, just aggression-wise.
Yeah, Thunderquacks, they did a great job. Quack, geez, 7 saves. 7 saves in game number 1. You know, he is trying desperately. He is trying so hard to keep that ball out of his net, but you know, it like 7 saves but still lost 3-0. Like that is saying something to the offense of Team Shock. I mean, these guys are here to win and they are here to keep hitting it off of your net until it goes in and you will give up.
That's not a stat you like to see, especially if you're on the losing end of the game. 7 saves spells disaster when the other team is just launching the ball at the net.
Yeah, you really have to kind of look at your strategy and figure out, okay, well, this isn't working now. What can we do to fix it? What are they doing that's shutting us down, and how do we improve upon it? Part of that might be Quack, you know, starting to, you know, do a little bit more solo plays instead of, you know, their heavy investment into teamwork. Maybe, you know, Team Shock is just ready for these passing plays. Maybe Quack or maybe Snarf or Odie just have to take it up their own way. You know, so whatever it is, they have to think about switching things up.
And it looks like Shock has put heavy pressure, like you said, on Snarf all night. So maybe it does need to be one of these other players that steps up that kind of catches Shock off guard.
Odie. The shot just wide. Purple Hill shadowing. Odie going to bail out his team a little bit. Trying to go for a 50 with Tractonics. Tractonics going to hit it coast to coast, though. Back into the corner we go. Snarf at an awkward spot. Ball going to bounce straight up and down. Good read by Odie, though. Odie again unable to capitalize, but Snarf gets a big pancake on there. Stuffs the ball. Quack unable to get it, but Tractonics was upside down. Unable to recover fast enough to shoot that in the back of the net. Thunderquacks counting themselves lucky there.
Odie with a quick save to save his team that first goal coming in from Shock. Still looking for that first goal from either team. That's all that matters. That's all you need.
All you need is one goal, but you got to be careful because Tractonics wants it really bad. Quack getting a demo for his efforts. Odie, back in the corner we go. Snarf going to take it from him. Sky going to put a stop to the duos. Can he get a double tap? Denied by Quack, though. Not sure if he would have gotten it, but Tractonics is going to stall it in the air. Quack going to be just a little higher, but Odie going to catch Purple Hill staring at the ball. As now the Thunderquack offense has started.
The aggression definitely come out from Thunderquacks, and that's what I like to see. I like to see the matching gameplays here.
Snarf with a great tap. Tractonics just trying to bully everyone out of the net so far. Ball is centered. Snarf is going to get a nice touch. Purple Hill versus Quacked in the air. Purple Hill going to take the favor of the trade. Sky bouncing into the corner. Quack going to try to put a stop to it. Nobody is back in Thunderquack's net, so Sky's just going to get a freebie. 1-0, and you hate to see it for Thunderquacks.
They tried to match that aggression. They had 3 men up. Sky came off the wall, just launched it down there. Knew no one was in net. All he had to do was put it on target for it to fall.
Unfortunate decision out of the Thunderquacks. Tractonics. Oh, it's not even going to get it. It's just Purple Hill. The snipe from downtown, man.
Tractonics just got in the way. Got in the way just enough to make him think he was going to be able to touch it and tap it down, and they were there for it. They were there for that redirect.
Thunderquacks slowly crumbling under the pressure now. I mean, it is game 2, though. You have a little bit of time to recoup, but you got to be careful.
You do, but it needs to be quick adjustments. Game 2 out of 5. You know, if you lose this one, you're in danger of a serious point.
Sky chasing the ball down the field, no cares in the world, just looking for his teammates. Tractonics in the air, so close, but yet so far. Sky taking it to himself, denied by Quack off the backboard. Tractonics going for another solo play. See if he can dish it, not quite, just gonna go coast to coast. Odie, giving Thunderquacks a little bit of room to breathe. Quack gonna go on the offensive, huge pinch. My goodness. Tractonics, he's gonna buy some time. He knows he doesn't have to do anything too crazy. But Quack, looking for his teammates. Sky, great reaction as well. Slowly creeping up into the net. Quacks is able to relieve his teammates. Snarf up now, 45 seconds remaining. Thunderquacks have to score 2 to equalize in this game number 2.
Thunderquacks need to find a way quick to combat this aggression coming out of Shock. You know, week 1 we saw it a little bit, but they have definitely stepped up their offensive play since then.
Tractonics. Through the wall we go, trying to go for that dish. Odie barely saving that ball. Could have been a disaster, but it may be already 2-0 with only 10 seconds left. It's hard to come back here, especially when it's in possession of Tractonics. Odie just trying to keep this ball alive. Trying to find any sense of momentum his team can, but it will be denied. Team Shock take their second game of the series and could be heading towards a swift 3-0 on stream.
It could. Shock is playing. I felt like they had the offensive momentum basically the entire game. Thunderquacks needs to take this next minute or so, figure out a gameplay to stop these plays, to stop the bangs coming from Shock, and get plays set up of their own if they want a chance to take the reverse sweep.
Yeah, I think Angry Snarf could definitely 1v5 any team in the league. So I would not be surprised to see Angry Snarf come out here in this game number 3. Odie hanging out back. Gonna take the ball for himself. Can he do it? Wow. Almost. That's what you love to see. Quack also with the vehicle change. Gonna have some more belief in his new car. As Quack on the retreat, Snarf. Low boost, now has to contest a full boost Tractonics as Odie stepping up a little bit this game. I know it's only been 30 seconds, but he's doing a little bit of work for his team right now.
He is.
Nice pass to Quack. Odie really stepping up here as Sky trying to bail out his team. Quack gonna be on the retreat. Snarf from downtown. Saw a little bit of Hulk magic coming out of Snarf's car there with that shot on net. Still 0-0. Tractonics and Sky doing a great job of clearing that ball out of their half and trying to start offensive opportunities for themselves. As Tractonics, nice little solo play. Quack down the field we go. Sky having to circle back. And with a quick counterattack shot on net. Quack was ready for it, now on the backboard as well. Gonna continue that pressure. Purple Hill keeping it in the mixer. Sky already up, reading Odie like a librarian. Apparently Odie's book is a New York Times bestseller because he has been read all over the place.
Shock is not giving Team Thunderquack a chance to get this ball set up. The 50s are coming out so strong.
Tractonics just unrelenting. Get out of my way, Quack. I'm flicking this into your net. That is the attitude that I am getting for Tractonics right now. He is wanting the brooms to come out for this 3-0 sweep. They are the villains of today's doubleheader, and they are looking to close it out.
Tractonics definitely be on Thunderquack's mind all week, and he's making that happen so far throughout this series.
Team Captain Quack trying to start some type of power play for his team, trying to get some demos, trying to expand their reach beyond their half. As Snarf might be an opportunity here, too far forward as Sky able to get that ball downfield. Odie to Quack. Purple Hill breaks it up. Purple Hill down to Sky, but again, dude, they are peppering the back of Thunderquack's net like crazy. It's only been one goal, but there has been so many shots on the side of Shock. With just 2 minutes left, you gotta be careful. as Quack bails him out. Tractonics, though, again, looking for his second goal of the game. Sky, again, just keeping it in the mixer. Sky to Purple Hill. Nice little passing play. Nothing doing, though. So Odie gets it underneath Sky. Tractonics on the retreat as well. Odie with a nice little touch, but unfortunately a little too far. Snarf with a flip reset. Odie gonna be the aggressor here. Gonna demo Tractonics. Put a stop to his bullying on the goal line as Odie, again, trying to clear it on downfield. Got a 1v5 in this game 3 right now as Quack. The brick wall of the Thunderquacks. Snarf getting a nice bump. But again, nothing doing. They can't capitalize on these offensive plays. It's so hard for them to get out of their own half due to the shock just being so aggressive.
Shock is throwing everything they have at that net, trying to wear down the defense of Thunderquack, and especially Quack. Like you said, being that saving grace. And there it is. That's the fall they needed. That's the 1 point they needed to get back into the series.
All it takes is one.
And
that one is Snarf. Putting on the backpack.
Beautiful pass by Quack to get it off the wall, so there was no chance at a defender coming up the backboard.
They don't want to go home, but this game is so hard. They have to claw their way back from an 0-2 defeat, and they're not even guaranteed this game. This offensive pressure from Team Shock is just incredible. Sky taking it to the air. Tractonics, last one back. They're going to double commit on the Thunderquacks offense, though. 30 seconds left. We could be heading into an overtime. Tractonics does not want that to happen, and neither does Purple Hill as he gets a nice clear. Quack does get it, though. Going to bail out his teammates for a little bit. But the shot from Tractonics! There's a reason he was on the top 5 plays of the week, Goose, because Tractonics is that player.
What an absolute nasty angle. Caught Team Thunderquack completely off guard. Wow.
18 seconds left. It is an uphill battle for Thunderquacks. They have to score soon. Quack getting a touch. Snarf as well off the backboard. Can he get another one? Yes, he can. 5 seconds. It's not looking great for the Thunderquacks. Odie just trying to kill the momentum. Tractonics looking for another one for his team. And that will be it. Get your brooms out, ladies and gentlemen, because today the Shock have swept the Thunderquacks.
What an absolute showing by Shock. Coming out so strong. 9 shots on goal that game. Like we said, game 1, Quack with 7 saves. They just didn't stop. They did not give Thunderquacks a single opportunity to set up a play to really do much of anything. They were just peppering the net all game long, 50s out the wazoo, taking possession and ultimately getting the sweep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, these guys have just pulled out an incredible pressure that is the offense, man. I mean, these guys were killer. They're like, I was getting like nervous for the Thunderquacks with how much pressure that offense has just performed for Team Shock. I mean, just incredible pressure.
Yeah, and Thunderquacks had such a good defensive showing in Series 1. You know, I thought I saw Shock come out quick, and I thought, Thunderquacks can handle it. They're a very defensive-minded team, but they just wore them down way too much, way more than they were able to handle.
Yeah, well, ladies and gentlemen, that spells the end for this week for 9Moons Rocket League. Week number 3. I mean, crazy games tonight. What a beautiful doubleheader. Thunderquacks going 1-1 in this week's series tonight. Very beautiful showing on both sides, really heavy heads, and Team Shock doing a fantastic job in this series. But again, Thunderquacks with a great doubleheader tonight. Thank you, Thunderquacks, for being on stream for the doubleheader. It was a very, very exciting game and series overall. I think it went very, very well. And yeah, Goose, and any last words before we end the stream?
Fantastic showing by all 3 teams that played tonight. Thunderquack with the doubleheader. It's a lot. That's a lot of games to play in a row. Shock. They're a team to watch out for this season. With that offensive minded team, they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, overall, ladies and gentlemen, it was a crazy week, but all in all, it's just going to get crazier. Playoffs are on the horizon for these teams. Wins or losses, they got to be very, very careful. But, ladies and gentlemen, in the end, there can only be one team in the finals. Who will that be? Not sure. But we will tune in next week to find out. Everybody, see you later.
See ya.